Of you, what role does the Commonwealth's Attorney play in fighting for criminal justice reforms?
Well, I think we can play an important role, and I have played that role. I mean, as I mentioned in my opening, I've been on the front lines of the criminal justice system, instituting progressive programs like the drug court. Before 2011, my predecessor, who was my mentor, didn't support the creation of the drug court. I think it's a valuable tool. I'd like to expand it because I think it's an important thing that we can use to help folks who are high risk, high need get back on track. Second Chance is a reform, progressive thing that we've done to help our youth to avoid suspension and prosecution. And something like Safe Station, which I talked about, is a progressive reform that allows people who are addicted to drugs to make that first step to stop using, avoiding completely arrest and prosecution on the condition that they seek treatment and agree to seek treatment. Those are the kinds of things I've championed, not only in this community, but statewide with the Virginia Association of Commonwealth Attorneys, where I also co-chair the Committee on Justice and Professionalism, which brings all of these issues to the fore among all of our colleagues across the Commonwealth.
That is time. Ms. Tafty.
Well, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office sets up priorities and policies. So they decide what to prosecute and who to prosecute. And in doing that can make all the difference in whether or not people's lives are ruined by a simple marijuana possession conviction and whether they're locked out of receiving educational funding and funding for housing and other governmental programs. They're also responsible for community engagement. How much are they out in the community telling people that they are safe if they report from immigration consequences, and how often are they taking into consideration immigration consequences into charging decisions, and how responsive and accountable are they going to be? There's also the morality pulpit, which is advocating for good, evidence-based criminal justice policy. And just a couple of, unfortunately I don't have time to continue, but my opponent took credit for raising the felony larceny threshold, but she actually lobbied against raising it to $1,000.
That is time.